Hello everyone, and welcome in Plus Your SOFTECH business. We provide Alfresco training, consulting, and maintenance of Alfresco ECM. In this tutorial, today I will share with you the first lesson of the fourth module called Automating Content and the Alfresco End User section. This lesson will cover some topic called the workflow task. We will see during this topic a workflow overview and how we can start a workflow. A workflow overview. A workflow is a process that controls a specific task, such as a document review. Each task can be assigned to one or more people when a workflow is being created. The task will be visible in the user's My Task dashboard. Once all the task action required by workflow have been finished, the workflow will move from active to completed status. At this point, you are free to delete the workflow from Alfresco. This is an example of, or this is a diagram of a workflow. This is our task. We send our task to be reviewed, and the answers can be either document will be approved or document will be rejected from the user that we send it, the task workflow. Starting a workflow. You can start a workflow from a number of places. First, you can hover over an item in the library and click More, then Start Workflow. Or you can click Tasks on the toolbar, select any option, then click Start Workflow. Or you can start the workflow by clicking on Start Workflow on the My Task dashboard. Now, let's see the steps to start a workflow as follows. First, hover over an item in the library. Then, click More. Then Start Workflow. The Start Workflow page opens. Select a workflow from the workflow list. Enter details for the workflow in the General section. Message field describe the task requirements. It should clearly explain the user what they are expected to do. Select a due date for the task. Select a priority setting for the task. Select the users or group to assign the task generated by the workflow to. You can select the Send Emails notification checkbox to automatically send an email to users each time a task is assigned to them. Click Start the Workflow. You can have more options too. On clicking View More Actions, this will cancel the task and you will need to start again. Remove to delete an item from the task. Remove all to delete all items from the task. Now let's see how we can start our own workflow. So as I said, as I explained, what is a workflow? What is a task workflow? It's a process. Process can control is a process that can manage your contents by sending it to another user. This content should be reviewed should be reviewed by another user to be accepted or approved or rejected. Okay, so let's see how this process can work, or how we can start this process. As I explained the steps, we need to choose which file or folder or generate our contents, which content you want to start workflow on. So I created this file called my workflow file, and I want to start a workflow on this file. Let's see how we can do that. Click on More on the right of this workflow, or sorry, on the right of this file. After that, click on Start Workflow, this option. After that, please select a workflow. As I explained it before, there is many workflow lists options that you need to choose one of them each time you want to create your workflow. A new task is assigned a new task to yourself or a colleague. Review and approve. Assign a review task to a group. It depends which user and how you want to assign to your reviewer, which reviewer you want to send this workflow. If one yourself on a colleague or to a group, or assign a review task to multiple reviewers, or for example, assign a review task to a single reviewer on clicking on Review and Approve a single reviewer. Me, I will choose this one. I clicked on it. So now I can see the page of my workflow. I need to write a message. For example, this is my workflow. A due. You need to assign a date for that. For example, I will choose today date. Means I assign that my workflow started today. Okay. A priority. I assign that my workflow have a higher priority. A reviewer. Select which reviewer I want. For example, I want that Ryan will be the reviewer. I enter the name of my user and I search. I find my user. I click on this plus icon to add this user to be assigned for this workflow. I click on OK. The item that will be assigned as a workflow is my workflow file. As I explained it before as well, view more items is here. You can modify it, you can remove it, this item if you want. You can add another item too, or you can remove all items that you added here. Other options, set email notification. By checking this, checking on, checking off, you will send an email notification to this user Ryan to tell him that I sent you workflow. You need to review that workflow even to either to approve it or reject it. I need a response. And you click on Start Workflow. Now my workflow is started. So let's think with me how we can approve or reject this workflow. Huh? How we can do that? We send our workflow to Ryan user. So automatically we need to connect by Ryan user account, Alfresco account, and open this uh, task workflow, and either we approve or reject our file. Okay? So the administrator, me, means me, I sent this workflow or this file workflow to Ryan. Now Ryan, he will he will get a notification in his Alfresco account on my task attachment, and he needs to open that, and he needs to either approve or reject the file or workflow. Okay, good. So I will disconnect here and I will connect by Ryan account. You should know something. Um, for practicing this workflow, to work on this to work on a workflow, you need to be at least two persons, because as I said, I am playing the role of Ryan too. So I am the administrator, but for explaining you, I'm playing the role of Ryan person too. By this way, we can approve or reject our workflow. Okay. Good. So I will connect Ryan. I can't Ryan, and I log in. You should know that a workflow lesson is very important. You will work on it during your works. You will get some task to work on that. You will sure that you will get some work with other colleague or other users in our company. So you will send some task to other user, and that user should tell you or should reply to you if it's good what you did in that file, or if it's not good that file. If you means um, this type of work can be as well been employed between the employee and the boss as well. Means you will send some files to your boss, and the boss will either approve or reject your work. Okay, so I think now the workflow is clear for you. It's clear for you, and by this way you will understand well the meaning of the workflow. Good. So now I am connected with Ryan dashboard. Now, what I did. Sorry, what happened here? I clicked here for this reason. Okay. Some Ryan dashboard. What happened? Let's see. Let's go to my task dashboard of Ryan, and what can we see? This is my workflow. See, you see? So Ryan need to click here on this icon. It is task. Okay, or maybe here same, uh, and the title of workflow, this is my workflow. Ryan will click there, or reviewer will click there. Okay, again, what we can see, this is information about a workflow, a message that I wrote, owner it's Ryan, priority is height, a date a date is I started workflow here. a progress statue. I need to set, Ryan will set statue as, for example, it was said it's in a progress or on hold or cancelled or completed. I will click on completed when he will see, when he saw the workflow, so he will statue will give completed, he finished. And response, you need to give a comment on that. After he approve, before approving or rejecting, he will give a comment. For example, um, this this file this file is good written, for example. I think it's a good written, so I approve. Just with double T. So I approve, okay? And you click on I approve. So reviewer and the task assigned to you. Now it's approved. We don't have any task work from anymore on my task. Okay. So after the Ryan opened his workflow and he opened as well the file and look over the file, and he said that's fine, the file is fine. So just he just give a comment on that, and he click either on approved or rejected. Okay, so you do same. You just follow what the steps that I explained, and you do a same. Okay, good. Now let's return. I will disconnect from my account, and I will connect as an administrator. Let's see. Now let's see now our My Tasks dashboard. What happened? I have a notification. What is telling? The document was reviewed and approved. Good. You see, Ryan, he reviewed the document and he approved it. So I got a notification on that. You see, it's approved and this. If I click on my file, I see that good. So now, so I will resume today's lesson. It was about tasks and workflow. So we learned what is a workflow and how we can start our own workflow. Okay. So now I need to tell you thank you for watching, and for further lessons, please visit passyoursoftech.com. The URL is given below in the description. Thank you.